What's up, y'all? Your boy Spider Productions here, and today I'm with my homie Xavion. We apologize in advance. We're hungry.
We ain't eat.
Yeah,
I ain't even eat breakfast. Shit.
Yeah,
I just left out the house.
I didn't either. So we are going to watch more PlayBack. It's been a week. I watched their live.
Been longer.
Yeah.
Like reacting to them though.
I watched one of their videos I think a couple days ago, but this one just popped up today while we were out. Apparently, the title of this video is "All Men Offer Is Money and Diak." So
I'm trying to figure out what they offer.
I guess we're gonna find out what this is. So without further ado, let's get this started.
I feel like women are gonna end up ruling the world eventually, and I'm pro that.
You do realize the only thing that can
world,
happen is a dude and you make a
in the world eventually, and I'm pro that. Because living in a man's world is boring. Men don't have nowadays.
Who said it was only our world? What the
money and
y'all be weird, bro.
Hold on, I gotta turn this up. I need to hear what the hell she said.
Men's world is boring. Right? Men don't have nowadays nothing to offer besides money and because they don't come with real values. Men values have decreased immensely.
She came with the smoke so fast, bro. She wasted no time. Jesus.
Why she start the episode like that?
Oh my god. She just came out swinging, bro.
Somebody broke her heart.
Like every girl when every guy has this issue. Who hurt you? Same question. Someone hurt you.
Exactly.
You have decreased immensely throughout decades. And I don't know if it has to do with society bringing you down, but literally you guys do not believe in honor and street code and no type of code.
Street code? Shut the...
Street code? She lost me when she said that shit. Why the fuck would anybody believe in street code? What? Come on, bro. That doesn't even make any sense. Nobody's believing in street code. Most ghetto people or black people mostly believe in street code. Not fucking every race.
Let me get a paper towel.
Alright.
I don't want to be messy. They go be like, damn, boy.
Make it fast so we don't have a huge gap.
Okay.
But yeah, like, I don't... It's just, man, it's crazy. Like, she just came out with the smoke so fast and then saying that men have nothing to offer but money and dick. And that apparently we don't believe in honor, street code, and whatever else she said.
I didn't know being in the street was going to have honor. You die in the streets.
I didn't know being a street guy is the best way to pick up women. But, okay. I don't know. I feel like most people just don't have their heads on straight.
Like, she didn't have to come for the whole men's society like that. Alright, when you get jumped in the street by some random hobo, it'd be like...
you strong and independent, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
If somebody get jumped, I'll be like, hey, you strong and independent, you got that. You got that. You don't need me. You don't need me.
Hey, I'm gonna be like, I thought we was weak.
No, I thought y'all was strong and independent. You don't need no man, right? Handle that shit.
Oh my god! Bro, that was like a blizzard of weird random information.
When he yelled, I thought this nigga was moaning. Cause I was eating, I'm like, yo, chill.
Yo, the amount of fucking women who have the audacity to speak on relationships, and then you can just tell based off of the shit that they say that they've chosen some of the worst men imaginable to date, and then claim that it's a whole societal problem that men's value is wrong because of fucking street code. Are you dumb?
But there was a few things. She said,
Honor.
women are going to rule the world.
Women rule the
But
world.
all men have to offer is dick and money. If women ruled the world, they would definitely have the money to offer.
But not even that. She said that living in a man's world is boring. Like, what would be the difference living in a man's world or a female's world? If we live in a female's world, shit, you gonna make us put fucking makeup and dresses and shit on. Fuck that. Just kill me. Kill me at that point. I'll watch society destroy itself in heaven. I'll be cool with that.
My dumb ass go jump.
Like, I'm gonna be like, fuck, hey, they on their own, bruh. They on their own. But, man.
Hey, bro, me, you, Jayla, Antonio, we gonna leave. Justin ass gonna stay.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on, man.
Where like you can't rule the world and you're broke, right?
Yeah.
Money moves mountains.
So women are gonna have money.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have pussy.
And power. You're about to have the trifecta.
And honor.
Right?
And street code.
Your guys are just following whatever it is that gets you the next bitch. And if you're the type of the weakest man I have ever met in my life. But if you're a man that follows no man codes and you do not live with honor, then unfortunately your manhood is stripped away from you.
Okay, hold on. Stop it right there. So she said that if you're a man that doesn't follow any man code, then your manhood is stripped away from you. But then you just said that guys who follow man codes ain't shit. I don't understand.
How do you switch your words like that?
Which is it? Do you want men to be masculine and follow man codes and provide for society and make money to provide for you? Or do you just want a weak-ass pussy bitch boy that's not going to do nothing, and then you just, like, then the roles
just
are going
to sit around and play the game.
Exactly. You're going to complain that he's sitting around playing the game all day, not doing what he should be doing as a man. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. You can either have it one way and just deal with it, or you have it another way and deal with it. We live in a world where most women act just like this. We just have to deal with it. It's annoying. Don't get me wrong. This is annoying. It annoys me. But
the fact that we able to handle that shit and they won't be able to,
like, I'm okay with it to an extent because I won't let it bother me. Like, if I get a girlfriend and she acts like this, I'll be like, yo, out of here. But I'm okay with that because that's what I expect. I'm not expecting that because I don't want to be like, oh, women are all like this. No, not all women are like this, but I expect majority of women that I meet or talk to or date to act like this, unfortunately. And I'm not going to let it bother me because everybody is entitled to their opinions, even if their opinions are stupid as fuck. But to say that, like, could you imagine if a guy went on the internet and was like, man, all women ain't shit. They don't
all they offer is
they don't value their bodies. They don't value their intelligence. They all want to chase careers and don't want to be housewives. They don't want to get their asses in their kitchen and cook me some food. They don't want to make me a sandwich. Like, all women have to offer is punani and damn makeup and money and OnlyFans
and jewelry.
Man, they don't offer nothing. Like, could you imagine if men were to say this? Man, uproar city. That's all you would hear.
I don't even think it'll be safe for us to go outside.
Hell no. Like, I have to seclude myself in the house at that point.
They gonna be like, Jacquez, you trying to play outside? Hell no.
It's like, you say what you said, bruh. Say what you said. Hey, man, it's just, the double standard in our world is crazy. There are double standards that affect us that don't affect women, and I've chosen to accept those. But the double standards that women choose to implement that aren't really that serious is crazy.
Do not realize that now. You will realize that late. Very late.
What's up, y'all?
It's an awkward intro, nigga.
Right?
Oh my god.
I think the difference is, for example, if you do have a relationship with a guy, if he's let's say if he has money, spends money on you is a game changer. But a guy who's really invested and wants to teach you things and put you onto game, that would be a life changer. So one of the many things that I see is like a lot of girls would say, you know, as long as
Hold on. Let me rewind because I think I need to rewind that.
Invest, let's say if he has money, spends money on you is a game changer. But a guy who's really invested and wants to teach you things and put you onto game, that would be a life changer. So
you're saying that a guy who has money that is willing to spend money on you is a life changer, but a guy who's willing to invest in you and willing to teach you things is also a life changer. Were you trying to make a point saying that? You literally said the same thing in two different ways, but it meant the same thing.
Right.
Like the chair not work?
Nah, I see why the wheel's going backwards.
Yeah, because the thing that's around it is broken.
Man,
I need to get out of the chair. I need to get out of the chair. But anyway, the way that she said that a guy who has money that's willing to spend it on you is a game changer, but a guy who's willing to invest in you and teach you some things is also a game changer. What were you trying to prove when you said that?
I thought she was gonna say one of them was bad.
Right? Like, she didn't say anything different. She said that they're both life changers. So, like, what were you trying to prove when you were saying that? Like, it's literally the same thing. A guy who doesn't have money but is willing to invest and teach you things is life changing. But a guy who does have money and who doesn't have those other things is still a life changer. Is that supposed to mean anything? Is that supposed to be a difference there?
One of the many things that I see is like a lot of girls would say, you know, as long as a man give me money, I don't care what he does. I'll stick to what.
No, let her finish.
Okay.
Let her
And
finish.
I think that kind of gets old because
Are you staying with your man if he cheats on you?
yes,
Nah, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Because I know you're a little crazy.
I think I have stayed, but I wouldn't stay if it becomes something that is.
What if he's paying your bills? Like, what if he's paying the bills? He's taking care of everything. You're not.
Eventually, that's not a life changer. That's a game changer.
So hold on. So you're saying, that a man provides money to you. That's a game changer. But a guy that invests in you and is willing to teach you things is a life changer.
It's the same thing.
Okay, here's probably the most valuable thing anybody in this life will learn. Not everyone is perfect. There are flaws in all of us. If you date people, like let's say for example, if I were to go out and I were to meet this woman. I meet a woman at maybe school or something. She knows how to cook, she knows how to clean, she's intelligent, she has very good cultural skills, she maybe believes in God. I really don't really care about that, to be honest. She probably believes in God, sure. But the one thing that she doesn't have that I would value the most is that she is, how would I say this? She dresses very provocatively. Like, she's way too open in her appearance. But she has all the other things that I would like, but she's way too open with her appearance. Like, she feels like she always presents herself like she's open on the market. As much as that would bother me, I'm willing to accept that because at least she has all the other things that I want. That's the thing. She will have other things that you want, but there's that one thing that you don't like. If you're willing to tolerate it, or at least get her to change it over time, because let's be honest, she's not going to change it right away.
Overnight.
Yeah, like she has to respect you over time in order to change that aspect about herself. So, if she's willing to change, then that's important, and that's good. But what I'm trying to say is that not everybody's going to be this perfect Disney princess or Disney king that y'all all expect people to be. When you date people, there's always going to be that one thing about that person that bothers you. But as long as you're able to deal with it and still make it work, that's what matters. That's what really matters. If you're willing to make it work, that's what matters. Her saying that she wants a man that makes money but doesn't value all the other things that he would want, that's just unfortunately something that you're going to have to deal with if you want that type of man. If you want a man that makes you money that's willing to spend it on you all the time, you're going to have to accept the fact that he's either having sex with other people, or you're going to have to accept the fact that he's not intelligent, like mature-wise, or maybe he's just not willing to teach you things, or whatever the case may be that you want in a man. But he provides the money. You're just going to have to accept that if that's the type of guys you want. But if you want a guy that doesn't make that much money, but is a good guy, I guess, is a good guy, you're going to have to accept the fact that he doesn't have the finances to give you things all the time. So what I'm saying is that you have to accept the fact that there are pros and cons to every person. There are pros and cons to everyone. When I get a girlfriend, I don't expect her to provide me any money, because that's not what most women will do anyway. So I expect her to hound me all the time to give her things and give her money for whatever she wants. I expect that because that's how most women unfortunately are. I'm willing to deal with it though, because that's my role as a man, to provide for my family and to provide for the people I care about. If she becomes over the top about it, then I will get a little testy, but like, I expect that that's my role. You as a female cannot be upset that a man can do all these things, but there's that one thing that he doesn't do. You just have to accept the fact that he's not perfect, and he's not going to be 100% the type of guy you want. There are going to be pros and cons to the guys you want. If you're willing to deal with those cons and still make it work, then that's a good relationship. I'm sure there are cons that the guy deals with when he dates you, but he's not going to tell you that. So,
because if he tell you that, then it's a whole problem.
Small dick energy, misogynistic, all these other BuzzFeed words, you know.
Your mama not here. Like,
exactly. Like, at this point, the guy has to accept the fact that you're not going to be perfect either. But he's not going to throw it in your face every time that y'all get into an argument that you ain't perfect all the time. Or he's not going to bring it up all the time either. He's going to deal with it. So all I'm saying is that you have to deal with the fact that not everybody's going to be perfect. Once you realize that, you'll probably have a better time finding relationships and keeping those relationships.
So again, so it sounds like women are also having this problem with their character. Because if you're sitting here saying that there's a bunch of women, and by a large amount saying that all men have to do is just give them money and they're willing to stay with them, doesn't that sound like also a woman problem?
The fact that in your bubble, like in your world, there's just a lot of women that just like the only thing that matters is money. That speaks to kind of the problems you're having.
Exactly.
Because in my bubble, it's the opposite.
Exactly.
And it just feels like there's more genuine relationships. I definitely don't feel this bitter about either gender.
If I'm with a guy and he cheats on me and he's paying the bills, he done leveled me up and he's doing all that, I'm staying. You know why I'm staying?
And here's the thing. Even though that's kind of fucked up, that's the thing. That's what I was just saying. Like, there's the pro. He's paying for all your bills. He's taking care of all your finances. He's keeping you stable. But the con is he cheats on you. It's shitty. It is, and you can choose whether to stay or leave. People have mixed feelings about that type of thing. I personally, if someone cheats on me, I'm out the door.
I'm leaving.
That's like disrespect on a whole nother level. Now, I'm not gonna cheat on anyone ever. So that's how much I respect the person and respect myself. But if the pro is the person is financially able to take care of your house, to take care of your bills, to take care of all your stability, but the con is he cheats on you every so often. If that's the type of guy you want and you don't want to risk the guy not paying for all your bills and everything, you're going to have to deal with it. That's the pros and cons. You're going to have to deal with the cons to come with the pros, bro. Not everything is going to be sunshines and rainbows. This is the real world. The real world comes with some very shitty people and comes with some very tough choices. And in this world, you're not going to get every single thing you want. You're not. Like, I'm grateful that I have all these action figures, but hey, I'm not perfect in any stretch of the imagination. So basically what I'm saying is that there are pros and cons to everyone and everything. You can't expect people to just get rid of their cons or to expect those cons to go away. Is all I'm saying. Cons come with pros all the time. This is the real world. You got to deal with it. The guy's taking care of all your financial stability, and the con is he cheats on you periodically. If you want that guy to still pay for your bills and still take care of you in that sense, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it.
Because that rent is due, that money is due, the bills are due.
So
right?
that doesn't make any sense.
As a woman who is financially
but that's just how it works.
independent, I'm still staying.
Shut the fuck up.
Because men don't leave without.
So she says that if she's strong and independent and she's making her own money and the guy is still paying for all her bills and everything, she's still gonna stay. That's interesting. I feel like that's bullshit. But that's
So
and
that doesn't make any sense.
As a woman who is financially independent, I'm still staying.
Shut the fuck up.
Because men don't leave without a plan. You know that, right? Like, they don't just get up and go.
Yeah,
like,
that's
they don't
true.
just be like,
That's true.
F this chick.
I mean, that can go both ways though. Everyone leaves with some sort of plan in mind. Like, there are plenty of women who leave marriages and relationships with a guy on the side that they plan on dating or marrying or whatever the case may be. There are guys who do the same thing. That works both ways. So, do guys leave relationships with plans? Yes, sometimes guys do and don't have plans. Obviously, that happens. But yeah, most guys will leave relationships if they have a plan in place for to leave that relationship. Like, I would expect as much. Like, if I was in a relationship with someone and we was dating for, let's say, 3 years and we lived together, hopefully my plan is that we can get that I break up with her before around the time the lease comes up, so I don't have to fucking still stay with her and be trapped in the house with her. And then as soon as that lease up, I'm out. Like, I'm out. Like, if I have to stay with my mama for a little bit, hey, I'm gonna have to take that. I'm gonna have to make that sacrifice. And then until I make some money and get my own place again. So yeah, sometimes life is about taking L's, and sometimes you have to have some plans when you get out of long-term relationships. But it happens, bro. It happens. So it's nothing you can really.
That better not be Sean, bro.
No, it's John.
Like,
wait, what was your name?
I was seeing if he was gonna see the movie with us as well.
What you say?
He hasn't. I just told him that.
Because men don't leave.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
You know that, right?
Bro, not coming. This is gonna be me
get
and
up
you.
and go.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they don't
true.
just be like,
That's true.
F this chick. Like,
Wait,
she
why would
cheated
you
on me.
stay?
Like, They
you're
might push
financially
you up a
independent.
little bit, but once they
Yeah, that's what I was
they're
saying.
invested and they're built with you, they're staying. And as women, sometimes we make these emotional decisions that could be life changing.
As a life
But I don't
changing.
get it. She didn't explain.
Nothing that she said made
No, the first part made sense. If you're financially dependent on him, you're staying. Like, ideally, like, you shouldn't be in a
shouldn't,
position.
yeah, for sure.
But, okay, that makes more sense because, like, you don't want to just be out on the street now.
But then she
But
said
if you're financially independent, why are you staying? She didn't explain why.
That doesn't make that does not make any sense at all. And let's just call it a spade.
And the thing is this: the only reason I was somewhat able to understand what she was saying was because, again, the pros and cons thing. Sometimes you have to accept people's cons and some people's pros. So even if you are financially stable and you still choose to accept his sometimes sketchy behavior, that's just something you're able to deal with. Now, obviously, something as serious as cheating is something you should probably seriously have a conversation about. But some people are willing to accept that. I personally am not. Whether I was doing the cheating or she was doing the cheating, I'm not accepting any of that. So that's just my opinion on the subject. But some people are able to deal with that and accept
Hey,
that.
bro, y'all niggas are not financially independent.
Why you
It
say
doesn't
nigga
make
like
any
that?
sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm
for
sorry,
you to be
bro. I
financially
zoned
any sense
out.
at all. And let's just call it a spade,
Look.
bro. Y'all niggas are not financially
so dead
independent.
serious.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for you to be financially independent and still have a reason to stay. Unless you're arguing that your morals are then corrupt, which then defeats the entire purpose of what she led with in the beginning of the video.
Men, I just want to take a second real quick and just let y'all know what y'all put us. I know we crazy. I know we bug out. I know we go through these bipolar moments. But this is the crazy thing about it. You knew that. You're prepared for that. You gotta.
First of
Okay,
all,
my thing is this: men are only prepared for that because we don't have a choice. We just have to accept the fact that you have your emotional moments, and then I don't know why women hate this, but women do act based on emotion. That's just how we are. We're not the same. I don't act out on emotion. I try my best not to. If I act out, I act out. Either if it really gets to me, depending on what it is. If it really gets to me, then sure, I'll act out of emotion. I mean, everyone does. Let's be honest. We're not gonna act like men don't act out of emotion sometimes.
it's not fucking Batman. nigga.
Exactly. Like we act out of emotion, but we don't do it as often. I'll say that. We don't do it as often. Women, however, do it almost all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to deal with that sometimes. I try my best to act out of logic. Like, if I need to act out for a logical reason, I'll try my best to do it. Sometimes I make the mistake and don't do that. But I mean, hey, it happens. All of us make mistakes. But the thing is, men are prepared to deal with women who act out of emotion because maybe, for example, they have family members that do that. I live with my mom, with a single mom. She sometimes acts out of emotion. And sometimes she goes over the top. And I have to be like, hey, chill out. Like, you're doing the most.
That's why I take out the garbage.
So, yeah, like, sometimes, yeah. Even adults, obviously. Your parents, your female parents act out of emotion. It happens. Men and women aren't the same. We aren't the same. We don't act the same. We don't think the same. We don't grow up the same. It's just, it's not how we are. That's not how we're wired. We're wired to think and feel differently. Even people in your own genders can feel differently than people in your own genders. It can happen, especially nowadays. So the thing is that women most oftenly act out of emotion, and men most oftenly act out of logic. And as a man, unfortunately, she is saying, like, yeah, you just got to deal with it. And that is the truth. The only reason we own it is because we have no choice. Now, it'd be the women on that same voice, though, be saying, oh, this man is not emotionally intelligent. He don't express his feelings to me. He doesn't tell me, you know, that his emotional turmoils. And let's be honest, if a guy were to say these things, your whole vagina would be drying up, bro. That Niagara Falls would dry up like a damn drought. It's over with. That's why guys do not express their emotions with females.
Because when shit get heated, they use it against them.
Exactly. That does happen. Whenever a guy, and that's the thing, acting out of emotion. They act out of emotion and use something that affects you in the past that you entrusted in them, and they bring it up on you and affects you. So that's why there are some things you tell your girl, unfortunately, and there's some things you don't. Like, if you have something that you need to really tell somebody, tell it to your homies. Your homies understand what you're going through because we're also men.
Homie,
We're also men in our system. We're also men that go through this. Just like women, when women have their bathroom talks and they talk about either their...
Hey, you can't lie.
Like most, I would say...
In high school, when they all went to the bathroom, like, so all y'all gotta use it? But then I was like, oh, okay, I got
do that
you.
just to talk about random stuff. But the thing is that I've noticed that in guy circles, when I hang out with guys, most guys only talk about their girlfriends if another guy in the group brings it up.
Yeah.
But most girls in the girls group will talk about their boyfriends just randomly for no reason. I've noticed that a lot. Like, most guys aren't going to talk about their relationships unless it really affects them or unless someone brings it up. But most girls would just bring it up for no reason and it had nothing to do with whatever the conversation was going on. But it's like, this nigga just pisses me off, bro.
This nigga can't do it right now.
It's just like, at this point, that's why guys just don't express our feelings to our women. And that's not to say I won't do it. Like, sometimes I think it's selective. You select what type of emotional things you want to
Pretty much when it's needed.
Yeah, when it's needed is when you need to talk. Not all the time. You don't need to be on your girl bitching and complaining like,
hey, my back hurt.
Hey, I lost my damn job. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have the finances.
You ain't shit, bro.
She gonna be like,
get your ass up, nigga.
She gonna be like, I'm gonna call Tyrone gonna pull up, give me that good D, and he gonna get this nigga out of here. Like it's just how it is, man. Like, that's why it's just whether we want to admit it or not. If a woman says to be emotionally intelligent, be emotionally intelligent 50% of the time, depending on what it is and depending on when it's needed. Don't do it all the time. Don't do it all the time because it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna last. As much as women want to say being emotionally intelligent is a good thing, it doesn't. Not for every female, especially. So, to a certain degree.
A whole mother effing handbook that teaches you to prepare you for our outburst.
What? First of all, no, there's not. No, there's not. There is no handbook that teaches men how to deal with women. Because if there was a handbook, I would have been bought that thing by now.
You don't know what's funny? Why every time we got arguments like this, they always got makeups and shit, but with us, it comes from, like, real stuff.
Exactly. Like, there is no handbook to deal with women, bro. If that was the case...
What store that said?
If that was the case, none of us would be having problems right now. None of us.
Everybody would be perfect.
Exactly. There's no handbook to deal with anybody from any gender. There's no handbook on how to deal with us. I would say we're both simple. Most men are simple. So it's not really that difficult to be able to deal with men.
I like it.
Exactly. But for women, however, if it was a handbook that existed, I would buy that in a heartbeat because I need that damn book. But, like, there's no handbook.
Or it'd be like, if y'all going out and she stuck between two dresses.
And then you just, just like, which dress makes my butt look bigger? It's like,
I'll be like, whatever makes you happy. Oh, so you don't want me to wear neither of them? I didn't say that.
Exactly. It's like, so like, whichever makes you happy. It's like, oh, so you think I'm just like, I got a flat ass, huh? It's like, that's not what I said. Okay.
Bro.
They just like to blow things out of proportion. It's unfortunate, but you gotta deal with it.
What? But there is no rule book that has been made, not yet, for the man to show us.
Same. There is no rule book for women either. I think the only way you can learn about the gender is based on people in your surroundings. Like, whether it's your family members or your friends. That's literally the perfect way to learn. I learned somewhat about women based off my family members, because most of my family members are females, and based on the female friends I hang with. So I've learned to a degree how to deal with female nature because of that. But for men, I don't have this issue. I don't have this issue where, obviously, because I'm not attracted to men in any way, but I don't have this issue where I find it difficult to understand males. I probably had that issue when I was at like 13, probably, when I was trying to figure out what it meant to be a man. But I mean, that's something.
Be a man. What is that?
But that's something you learn as time goes on. I say I learned a lot more about how to be a man now than I did 5-6 years ago.
Damn.
And tell us how to prepare for the nonsense y'all put us through.
Like what?
Why is it always y'all? Like, what did I do? I don't know you.
Not even that. Like, what nonsense exactly do we put you through? I would say y'all put us through way more stuff than we do, to be honest with you.
What the fuck?
And that's why women are now getting in this space.
Yo, why we come from the commercial? He said,
So this is exactly why red pill content exists, to deal with, to understand female nature, especially from guys.
Oh, you talking about when they had a group of females?
Yeah, that's called like red pill content, where
Oh.
guys basically go on podcasts and go on YouTube videos and just talk about female nature. They exist because these guys are having issues nowadays trying to communicate with women and trying to get women. So guys who do get women often teach other guys how to do it. Sometimes their methods are a bit much, honestly. Like, I don't listen all the time, but sometimes they bring up some
I hate
really
when
good
they be
points.
them friends that be like, you gotta be rough. I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm not even like that. I'm not
But-
trying to be somebody I'm not.
But sometimes when the red pill community can be a bit extra, and sometimes they can be a bit over the top, but they do bring up some good points, though. If you listen very carefully.
Especially that long Griffey one.
Yeah, Long Griffey isn't even a red pill content guy, and he brought up a lot of great points on that
Hey,
on
that
the
girl kept
Fresh and
asking,
Fit content.
Why do the random men always try to fuck anything? He was like, because y'all don't be letting none good enough.
And it's not even that. He says like the guys are trying to have sex with anything because we can't. Like we don't have to pick and choose. We rarely get sex because it's hard for dudes to get sex. For women, you can just go out anywhere and just ask for it. And
I remember he
somebody
said that
with it.
one video. I hope a woman can walk in the club. Who want me? And then all these dudes
Yeah.
are just.
It can happen. A woman can go
Shit.
into any club. Like not even
Yo,
not even just that, but a woman can go into a club for free, mind you. And especially because apparently the thing is that if you're an attractive woman, you can get into a club for free.
Damn.
All right. Sorry for the delay. We are back.
Prepare for the nonsense y'all put us through.
What the fuck are we
And
talking
that's why
What nonsense?
women are now getting in a space where we are deciding, is this a game changer or a life changer?
Why do they keep saying that?
Okay, here's my thing.
What does that word mean, Todd?
Here's my thing. She's saying that women are getting into a space where they're trying to decide whether a man making money is a game changer, or a guy who gives you who teaches you things and is intelligent and emotionally available and all this other stuff, a life changer. Here's my thing. The red pill community and the men's activists groups were created because men are sick and tired of women acting like victims all the time, when society actually makes your lives a lot easier than you'd like to admit it does. That's why guys created those spaces, so that other guys who understand this and go through the same things are able to come to a place where we can all communicate our issues. And I see a lot more guys than I thought had a lot of similar issues. And like I said, does the red pill community have its issues at times, and there are things I don't agree with? Yes, but that's any platform. On any platform, at anything, there are always going to be things you agree with and things you don't agree with. So it's not a huge deal to me, but there are things that some people in the red pill community say that I agree with. I don't take every single thing they say to heart, but I do agree with some of the things they say, though. So that's just my opinion. But yeah, to say that women create these spaces because we don't know if men having money is a game changer or a life changer, or men who have emotional intelligence, that should be easy. Just like if a guy is trying to date a woman, is dating a woman with a fine-ass body a game changer? Yes, obviously. But dating a woman who has a fine body but is intelligent, she's responsible, she's not immature, she values her body, she's not just giving her thing around to every single guy she comes into contact with, that's a woman that's a life changer. So that's obvious. It's obvious.
This is just done. Yo, y'all, the fact that you think you saying something is crazy. Nothing that you're saying makes any sense. First of all, there is no rule book for men that tells them that hey, women are going to be bipolar and crazy emotional.
Imagine an engineer told you, like, yeah, the bridge is a little faulty and like part of it might be broken, but like there's a rule book for putting that bridge back together.
Yeah.
I mean, just keep driving over it. Just keep driving over the broken bridge.
And what's crazy is that it's this lack of accountability that they don't even know that they're doing. You're just doing it passively.
What
You
the
are
fuck?
sitting here basically giving a green light for you to just say and do whatever the fuck you want to do because you believe that there's a handbook out there. So you just believe that it's now
Right.
acceptable for you to act however you want to act. But as soon as men put you through hell, regardless of all the other shit that you just did, all of a sudden you don't know what to do. We need to really stand together because they knew how we were going to act,
Exactly.
which is okay for us to act that way. But as soon as he started acting up, then all of a sudden it's a problem.
This is such an interesting video because it's not even a conversation.
It's not. It's not.
This is
a
the first
conversation.
8 at the table video I watched that wasn't a convo. It's like they're speaking to us. Like they're talking to the camera almost like a therapist.
Yeah.
Type shit.
When you first meet a dude, the first things I try to notice is number one, is he a good tipper? Now when a man is a
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What does you being a good tipper
My bad.
have to do with anything? That could go hand in hand with
The video I watched that wasn't a convo.
That can go hand in hand with a guy saying, when I date a girl and we go out for a date, right? I try to look at the fact if she's going to try to reach for the bill or not. Because if she reaches for the bill, that lets me know that she values she valued the time, she valued the experience, she valued the day, and it lets me know that she's not selfish, so she's not just gonna expect me to pay for things.
Oh my god.
It's like they're speaking to us. Like they're talking to the camera almost like a therapist.
Yeah.
Type shit.
when you first meet a dude, the first things I try to notice is number one, is he a good tipper? Now when a man is a
But he can't respond to me?
Hold on, I'm sorry guys. We're talking to people about trying to watch the Batman movie this weekend.
Batman.
What time y'all doing? Because I get off at 5 that day.
Damn!
On Saturday?
Oh my god.
Shit.
I don't want to be bogus, but it's like, I'm going to have to go home right after the movie. And the movie's 3 hours long. Yo!
That's tough.
Hey, ask him, I don't know if you're doing anything next Sunday, but ask him, is he,
Next.
wait, you doing something?
This upcoming Sunday?
I guess, I mean,
No.
no. I mean, I don't know.
It's a whole damn day at that point. Shit.
good tipper.
You know what was
Now, when a
weird,
man
bro?
is
What job do he got? Because he talk about, I don't get out till 5. You can't get morning shifts? I feel like with morning shifts, you get off early. I work overnight, so I don't got to work in the day. I just sleep. So
Probably perfect time.
that's what I be telling you. Like, whenever you start your job, just get overnight, bro. Like, you'll get to sleep the whole day. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. So
And I get to go to class.
exactly. So
Taking this is shit. I'm having.
wait, I missed.
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
conversation.
It's not. It's not.
This
a
is the first 8 at the
conversation.
table video I watched that wasn't a convo. It's like they're speaking to us. Like they're talking to the camera almost like a therapist.
Yeah.
Type shit.
When you first meet a dude, the first things I try to notice is number one, is he a good tipper? Now when a man is a
Taking this is shit. I'm happy we got here. I'm happy we got here. I am so happy we got here. Again, this is the problem with people like this.
The first thing, Lou?
The first thing you look for is how good he tips.
Fuck.
Which is crazy.
That's literally the same thing as how much money he's got. Like literally you saying that you want a man, like the first thing you notice if a man is a good tipper. That could literally be the same thing as the first thing I notice is how much money this man got. Like
Because again, this is how you're making your decisions on the type of men that you're around, off of him tipping.
Right, if you just looked for loyalty, maybe he'd stop cheating on you.
The first thing I look for is what his tips look like.
That is one of the craziest first things. But if we got her on the podcast and she said that, I'd have lost my mind.
Hey, I would have laughed. I would have laughed. I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing this.
I would have just been
Not
holding
even
my
a
head
tipper,
at that
man.
point.
So,
Jesus.
assuming that you met him at the bar, or
No,
you
like
work
when we
at
first-
Applebee's.
when we
Where you
first-
work at Applebee's, like,
no, like when I first go on a date with the guy.
How do you?
Okay, so here's my thing.
How do you get to? Okay.
So you're saying the first thing you notice if you're going on a date with a guy is if he's a good tipper. So you would notice anything else before the date happens? You would have like a conversation if he's a good texter, if he's willing to listen to your problems, if
Like,
he's
why
not
we got to tip?
if
Why
he's
can't
not
you?
intelligent, like
Shit. Want me to waste my money?
these women today. Fuck.
They be like,
Jesus,
just
man.
stuff like that. I'd be like, but why do I have to tip her? What if
How
you
is
got?
the first thing you notice if he's a good tipper? That's literally the first thing you notice is how much money he's got.
You don't notice loyalty, intelligence. You don't notice if he dresses nice, if he smells nice. You notice if he showers. None of that.
She the type of girlfriend that be like, he'll come out smelling nice, and she won't even say, "Dang, babe, you look nice." You nothing.
The first thing I notice when I go on a date with a girl is if she's willing to have a conversation and not sit on her phone and look at her phone the entire time.
Oh yeah.
That is the first thing I notice. If she's invested in the conversation and not sitting here like this.
Well. Well.
Yeah. 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 That's the first thing I notice. Fucking not how much money she got. Her money don't mean nothing to me anyway, but like that's not the first thing I notice. Money is not the first thing I notice when when going on a date with a girl. Like, so you're telling me that whole time y'all are on the date, you're just like this?
So how's the checking the phone?
Alright, I'm done.
Alright, I'm ready to go. Check.
You write that shit up.
And just
tip.
leave.
Out of here. That's it? That you don't do nothing for the date, you just sit there and just eat, and he's like, oh, is he gonna tip? Oh, he tips, okay. But y'all don't have a conversation the entire time? You don't notice anything else? Fuck.
You know what I'm trying to, when I start meeting a guy and we'll go on a date, like I try to notice things that give me either red flags or green ones. And the number one is a good tipper. Now, when you things that give me either red flags or green ones. And the number one is a good tipper. Now, when you are a good tipper, that comes with you have social etiquism. So that kind of
Etiquism is
No, the fuck it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You having social etiquism means that you're a good tipper? I could be a good tipper, and I'm very socially inadequate.
Yeah.
I'm not really good socially, but I value, okay, this woman served me. She didn't have to, but she served me. She came into work one day. She's pissed off with her job. Her job ain't paying her that much. Hey, take that. Go.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean that I have social etiquette. You can just be nice. Socialism has nothing to do with if you are a good tipper or not. It just means you're nice. Or you're what's the word? That you're self-aware, basically. That's what that means. Social etiquette has nothing to do with
Yeah,
that.
I tipped the waitress. I think it was I think it was when I went to Missouri. Remember I told you I went to see my cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like the next day. I think we went to IHOP or some shit. But
Because they work all day.
yeah, and the same situation, like the waitress kind of having like an okay day. You could tell on some people's face, so
Yeah.
I just tipped or whatever.
Yeah. And IHOP is the perfect place to do that because those people work all day.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
definitely not no fucking word.
You need
Etiquette is the word you was looking for.
You need vocabulary. You need better vocabulary. You done messed up on the
He said Sunday he gets up at
Just
2.
let it rock, but
I think it's just her
definitely be worried
accent.
about. You definitely.
But that's bad etiquette, though, ain't it?
Yeah.
And don't say that in front of like in public, bro. You can be.
I'm sorry, bro.
Sorry, guys. We made this video a lot longer than it's supposed to be. We just messing around.
And plus, we haven't hung out like, I think,
It's been like
I'll
almost
say
2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
That's because I was on vacation all last week. So
When I was helping my dad with my little sister, so. But he said Sunday at 2.
Sunday he gets up at 2. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Sunday will work if it's just us three, because I
Yeah.
don't.
So that's better.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna ask my dad, because I swear. Remember I told you how parents don't tell you when they got something planned and you want to leave? So I'm gonna just text him.
Let's see.
Yeah. Because I don't want to be surprised, like, dang, I was gonna go Sunday. And then she paid for the ticket, so now you gotta give it to whoever you can count on, like Jonah or Corey or some shit. So.
Let's go.
You look stupid.
You look stupid.
Big words. Go ahead.
That kind of teaches me that you know how to move, you know, and also teaches me that you are
Wait.
Fuck!
Can you spell your name?
Fuck.
Spell your name for me.
That's just so. Yeah, my name is saved in your thing.
Oh shit.
That is fuck, bro. Fuck. Let me listen to that again.
I think it's just her
Definitely need to be worried
accent.
about. I don't know what you definitely need to
But
be
that's
worried
bad
about something
etiquette, though,
else.
ain't it?
Yeah.
And don't say that in front of in public, bro. You can make me look stupid.
Big words. Go ahead.
That kind of teaches me that you know how to move, and also
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta hear that shit again because
She
when they
says that a man that is a good tipper teaches a woman that you know how to move. Again, literally, I just said it. If you are a person who is a good tipper, that means you are self-aware of people around you and people that serve you. That's what that means. That means you're a genuinely nice person who is willing to give somebody a tip. That doesn't mean, oh, he's got money. He knows how to move. That should not be that should not be the topic of importance. That should not be what's important. What's important is if this man has a good heart and he's willing to give people money that probably need it.
or having a bad day.
Fuck, bro. This is where we are, where we think like this. Really? Fuck.
Sometimes
man.
I wish
Damn it.
I can experience
Sometimes I wish
the different eras, or at least been born in a different
Right,
one.
I wish I was born last decade. I probably
'Cause-
would have had a better chance of
'cause,
being with someone. Fuck.
I heard before our era even started. Well, I even say the 2000s era wasn't that bad, but when it got to close to 2015, that's when that shit started.
That's when
it started.
That's when this whole shit derailed. Jesus.
Like I heard before our time came, the 90s and 80s was so much better. Like people weren't on their phone all the time. They actually talked during dinner.
I mean,
Niggas-
I still be on my phone. Fuck that. But
but no, I mean I meant the date part.
people wouldn't be focused on materialistic.
Yeah, that's
things.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't be on your phone. No, it's just
Okay. He said, bet. Just let me know what time on Saturday.
If this dude forget, bro, I'm not waiting.
Right.
And plus, we going we not waiting till the last minute to go. We want the seats, so we got to get there early.
Messed up on a few words, and I'm gonna just let it rock. But
I think it's just her
definitely need to be worried
accent.
about. I don't know what you definitely. Need to
But
be
that's
worried
bad
about something
etiquette, though,
else.
ain't it?
Yeah.
And don't say that in front of in public, bro. You can make me look stupid.
Big words. Go ahead.
that kind of teaches me that you know how to move, and also teaches me that you are
Hey, before she continue talking, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This whole video we've been laughing and talking. I see one of these words behind this lady that says no sexism.
I was looking
And
at
I'm,
those words.
and I'm thinking to myself,
Look,
that's
so-
literally what.
no sexism, no racism, no ableism, no ageism. I don't know what the fuck that even means, but no, I assume that's homophobia.
Yeah.
No fat phobia.
And I don't know the last three.
Yeah, I can't see what those last three are, but that fat phobia is done for me.
you know how to move,
Nobody's afraid of fat people. You know what phobia means? Jesus.
He said
And also
nobody afraid of fat
teaches me that you
people.
are, what's the word for it?
Rich!
Giver?
What you say?
And also teaches me that you are what's the word for it? A giver, or es que en español.
What you say?
And also teaches me that you are what's the word for it? A giver, or es que en español.
Bro,
Detallista. I don't know
a
if it's-
giver?
Gracious.
Un poquito español.
Anyways,
That's what she's trying to say.
generous. There you go.
Okay.
A generous man.
Really? Really?
I never thought saying generous was a hard word.
I
bro.
never thought anyone could not understand what generosity meant. To the point where you had to think about it that hard.
Really that dumb, huh?
Damn it. This is where we are.
Oh
This
my
is where we
Lord.
are, bro. Damn it. This shit is
Yo.
ridiculous. You
That
can't make this shit up.
That
You
got me
can't.
crying, bro.
You can't, bro. Damn it. Oh, wow.
Another
It's like homeless people.
I think that said no friend zone at the. This is element
Oh.
zone or element.
That says no transphobia.
phobiaism, no transphobism.
And I don't know what that next one.
That's not even a word. Shit.
At this point, they just make that shit up and think it
Another-
says something.
It's like homeless people to nonprofit causes
But
I care about.
that's not what it is.
That's
She
it.
wants to make sure that he's a giver and generous, not only to tippers, to waiters and waiters, because she wants to also be a good giver and generous to her as well.
That's really all.
That's really all
exclusively.
it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Ladies, the moral of the story is get your own bag.
Yeah, always have your own life.
Have your own money. Have your own bag. The only women.
They always say get your own bag, but when they get in a relationship, they way too dependent on the men. It just don't make no sense.
I'm sorry. You can't be an independent female if you're dating someone.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. You just can't. Because let's be honest, your independent shit is going to die as soon as you find a guy you're going to be with. Because you're going to expect that man to give you money all the time, whether you have your own money or not.
Exactly.
And then, even if you have your own money, mind you, you're not going to give that money to your man unless it's his birthday or Christmas. You're not going to give him shit on your anniversary or Valentine's Day. Or any other day. You'll expect him to give you shit almost every day.
Like, over the years, like, when it comes to, like, anniversary, Valentine's Day and shit, they always expect the men to give something, but they don't ever bring nothing. They just be like, oh, thank you, and then move on.
That's why I say, what is it? I forgot what that word is that the people say on the podcast, but they say chivalry. Chivalry is dead, bro. And y'all females have killed that shit and rolled it over in its grave and just threw it into the sun. Because no person is ever going to be generous to people like this. I can't even imagine people with this mentality finding good relationships. Especially if you find a relationship with an alpha, or not even alpha, just a man. A masculine man. It doesn't need to be alpha, just a man. You're going to find a bitch boy that's going to tend to your every needs, unfortunately. And then you're going to complain that you can't find the good guy.
Hey, help!
It's just sad, bro. Fuck.
That I know, Nisha, you know, we talk so much. The only women I know that say they want a man to take care of them and not work is women who never had. Women who have never had a man.
You haven't been around enough women then. I'm a man and I hear that shit from women who make money too, who still expect their men to give them shit.
Yeah.
So clearly you haven't been around enough women.
Oh, bro.
Responsible for their
That's true.
given.
That's so
everything.
true.
And take care of everything, pay for everything, give them an allowance, and yes, it is a luxury.
Bro,
You do realize again that women who also have money still expect those things.
Yeah.
Probably not the allowance thing, but they still expect those things. It doesn't matter whether you are an independent alpha boss on alpha 7 female. You will expect those things from your man. It's just hardwired in your damn brain chemistry. It's how you think.
Did you say allowance?
You did.
Wow.
There's women out there like that now.
An allowance, huh?
An allowance.
Yeah, there are women out there that ask for
Yeah.
allowances. That's not surprising to me, really.
Go buy your bags and shit.
An allowance.
It is.
I'm glad we spoke about
But
that.
at the end of the day,
Are you?
it gets old just like anything else.
Thank you.
And eventually, you know what you want to do? I know this sounds crazy. I know it's gonna sound like bullshit.
Cringing.
You're gonna go.
Did she say cringe? Because I've already cringed enough for this video.
At the end of the day,
Are you?
it gets old just like anything else.
Thank you.
And eventually, you know what you want to do? I know this sounds crazy. I know it's gonna sound like bullshit.
Cringing.
You're gonna want to go back to work.
Does it feel impossible to get your work aligned? With Asana, you can make it.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm sorry. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, my God.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, my God. Yo, tell me my whole time. She started building up the conversation.
Why she built it up to whatever the fuck that was, and it didn't even mean anything. That's literally what this whole conversation has been. Shit that makes no sense, but you try to make it seem like it makes sense.
Oh my lord, bro. She was building it up perfectly. And then she hit us with the, I know I'm gonna sound crazy, but you wanna go back to work. What does that have to do?
How does that even correlate? Jesus Christ. Like, I'm gonna sound probably real sexist when I say this. But this is why I don't listen to female spaces. Because this shit don't make no sense. I'm sorry. There's only rare, small majority of female spaces that are actually intelligent, that speak real shit. So that's not all women. Some. But it's so upsetting to me to hear this type of shit from females all the time. And this shit is just pathetic. It's petty.
I'm starting
it's
to think all them born from the same woman.
Jesus Christ.
Why would that be crazy? You're a fucking adult. What?
I mean, for the women who I think believe that, that's what they believe. And also, I think that those women probably think to themselves, like, if I meet a man and we get married and have kids within like a year or two's time, then like me working would more than likely.
I'm not having kids with a woman unless we've been together for no more than 4 to 5 years. I'm sorry.
And
4 to 5 years.
And I gotta see through
limit.
all the seasons to see how your ass act.
4 to 5 years if I can even put up with your ass for that long. Because then I'm gonna have to put up with you for a lifetime. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Be out the picture anyway because I'll be taking care of the
Plus,
kids.
I'm not having kids when I'm 20.
I agree with them though that I don't understand the appeal to
once your ass
literally
in there,
not
bro, it's
doing
too late.
anything like for the rest of your life, because once the kids get to like 5, 6, 7, like they're at elementary school, so you literally just at home just chilling all fucking day. So I don't know what you would want to do. I'm pretty sure there's things that you would still kind of fill the void with. You know, you pick up hobbies here and there, but I agree. There's definitely there's going to be a point in your life where you feel like, there's probably something else I should be doing with my time. I agree with her on that. But there are women who feel like that.
Go get your own money. You're gonna want to go get a job eventually. You know why? I don't care. And when I say a job,
That dot on
the
your face
luxury
is
of
just
having
like
a wealthy
really
man is that
distracting.
what you're doing you love. That's the only luxury. Is that you don't have to do the cringing work of whatever it is that you don't like to do. You can go create your own job, start your own business, and do what you love. It's only the lazy hoes.
You do realize that that's not just something you can just pick up and do, right? Trying to create your own job and do your own business takes years of hard work.
Then you gotta perfect it later.
Exactly. And then you have to constantly perfect it for future generations to keep it going, to keep your income going.
You need somebody to take over while you're
Exactly.
gone.
Whether it's your kids, but maybe even your kids don't want to do it. So, creating your own business and creating your own job, it may be more common, but it's not easy.
Right. She be making it seem like you could just wake up the next day and be like, I'm gonna do YouTube. Yeah, okay.
Like, I've had my mom tell me, multiple times, like, I should create my own this, I should create my own that. But, like, Mom, that takes a lot of time and effort and energy and a lot of communication.
What's the stuff she was talking about?
She was saying she wanted me to create my own, comic book that she wanted me to do. Then she said she wanted me to create my own action figure, which I thought was really way more, that puts a lot more effort than a damn comic book. Because a comic book, you can just have somebody.
Because I know Tesha doing something.
Yeah, you can have a comic. I could ask Tesha to draw me a comic book, and that's pretty decently simple. Building an action figure is difficult because not only do you build one, you have to build thousands for other people to have.
He said, yeah.
Who, Sean?
Not my dad.
For what?
The Batman. Next Sunday?
So Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Sunday's probably a better day.
Yeah. Because as much as I didn't mind Saturday, I'm going to be honest, bro. If I came in on Saturday, you got to think about it. I don't get off to work to probably like 4:30 or 4 o'clock. And if I set my alarm and I probably say, alright, Jaquez go text me in a minute. My ass go on the rest of the day, just sleep. So that's why I prefer hanging out with you Sunday. So I won't be tired.
Alright, y'all. Let's keep going.
Tell me why I thought you was just say, alright, y'all, we finna end this motherfucker.
Eventually you have to get there.
Nah, we gonna have
No,
to
but some women don't. And what happens is when the man gets tired.
I'm telling you right now, if you're at the point in your life where you barely want responsibility and you just be like, yeah, I kind of want a job, do not run a business.
That's why. That's every single time we had these conversations. It was so funny.
Why do y'all think that's easy?
You know what's so funny? It's people like her. She just sat there and said, women who make this claim that they want a man who take care of everything are the women who never had that at all. Unless you're just talking about the women who are going to just sit there and then run up the fucking bill of their husband and they're going to kick there and just do these odd fucking businesses that are really failing, but they're still staying afloat because the wife is just spending the husband's money.
Right.
Unless you're just talking about shit like that. But at that point, that's not really a business. It's just a hobby that has a very, very high financial commitment to. That's all that is. It's just a hobby that has a high financial commitment.
Right.
But you just sitting here talking about you can go run your own business now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The amount of people
That's
I
not
know
easy.
that's not even looking.
I always said, if I ever wanted to like, you know, whenever I get a chance to do my YouTube, I always wanted to do like a group thing, just because like it's more fun that way. Like me, you, and Sean will have like a one channel together, and then we'll do our own shit on the side. I always thought shit like that, because I always feel like nowadays, like, everybody feel like they gotta be solo dolo. I'm like, yeah, you can keep grinding, but like when you got friends that help you with your channel, it gives you,
It builds a bigger platform.
yeah, and it doesn't feel like weird that you like by yourself.
Yeah,
So
it builds a bigger platform, and it also brings a lot more attention to the
yeah,
channel.
like even
Because when we did those videos of sex education when we first started that built a lot of views. We got a lot of views off that. It was just the three of us. So
yo,
yeah.
Tesha was killing me. He was
Yeah.
like, bro, I remember when I finally got to season 2 again after watching season 1, I was like, now that I thought about it, y'all ass definitely. Yo, everybody that episode was going crazy.
Yeah, let's keep going.
For careers, they're just looking for like, how can I get rich right now? What's the trick? And they'll be telling me, bro, it's like, well, you gotta wait for people to not pay their property tax, and then you can go in there and pay their property tax and take ownership of the home. I'm like, that's your life plan, is to do that?
Yep.
Your life plan is like, or you could become a real estate agent. It's like, man, you have no plan. You just hope like you do just strikes gold immediately.
You're literally rolling the dice.
Yeah, and your business,
They be open.
it's
Zeus
like,
strike them down
man,
with a
it's
damn
like,
lightning.
I wish the best for you, man, but like,
But you know what's so funny too, though?
Oof.
You know what's so funny? Women like this, they just say shit and they think that it just makes sense, but it actually don't make sense.
no, what
shit
she
they're
said
saying.
made no sense at all.
Because even if
all.
hypothetically speaking, let's say you run a business, like she's about to say is that the man is eventually going to leave you, then you have nothing going on, but he possibly left you because you run around with a fucking business and you think you know what you're doing and you don't. And he probably wants just a woman who stays at home. So do you think that he committed this much financial, did he committed all this portion of his life to then for you to just up and change your trajectory of life and want to go run this miscellaneous business that probably isn't successful at all? No, the fuck he did not.
When you stay, for example, Dr. Dre's situation, like you said, and she turned out to be this woman, I cannot name you the type of fetishes these men with money have that at the cost of a lot of lives around them.
What
Not
the
just
fuck?
women
Okay,
with it.
first of all, how the fuck did we get from people who make money in relationships to fetishes that rich people have? How the fuck did the conversation change to that trajectory? How? When did we go from men who make money or men that are good, intelligent people that give tips to women, you know, are givers and generous people, and then we get to, oh, but people who make a lot of money, who are rich, have weird ass fetishes. When did we switch the conversation to that, please?
But a lot of people that they're around.
What?
And with that being said, when you're a person, a lot of people are not strong enough to leave people that they know they have access to, that have power. It's hard to give up on that because you feel like you have access to that type of power. So when you finally give up on that, you have to come full force because you already know the type of person
I feel
that
like she's just going on and on.
She's just talking for no reason.
if you
What
What
the
the fuck? Clarify what you meant.
what?
Everything they said is contradicting what they said before.
Oh.
Because if the top 5 things that you look for, all 3 or 4 of them pertain to fucking money, then that also means you're still looking for a man with money. You sitting here denigrating men with money by saying that they have these sick fetishes that cost people their lives, or like, I don't know what the fuck she's saying. If you believe that, then again, going back to the top 5.
Bro, that's a wild thing to say and never explain.
That's a wild thing.
Man.
Even if I were to look at it at a very like conservative outlook and just say that they have people with money know that they can
Okay.
Shit is crazy, bro.
leverage to allow their mates to just do whatever they want to participate in sexually, fine. But the point I'm making though is that even while you're talking this badly about these type of men, again, why are three or four of the things that you look for in a man based off of money?
I feel like women are gonna end up ruling the world eventually.
Think so.
And I'm pro that. Because living in a man's world is boring. Men don't have nowadays nothing to offer besides money and dick. Because they don't come with real values. Men values have decreased immensely.
Oh, talk about it, sis.
Men values have decreased immensely throughout decades. And I don't know if it has to do with society bringing you down, but literally you guys do not believe in honor and street code. And
What is? She said so many things.
That
means it's a society.
I'm sorry. This woman went from A to B to Z
to F
to fucking G, and then just all over the fucking alphabet at this point. She went from oh fuck, man, this is just insanity to me. Like, how do we get here? How did we get here where women just say some crazy ass shit like this? Like, again, could you just imagine if a guy were to go on the internet randomly and just say, I'm fucking tired of these women, bro. All these women offer is sex and damn looks and curves and plastic asses and plastic titties and just plastic fake everything. It's all a charade. It's all fake. Could you imagine if a guy were to come on the internet and say that? Uproars, protests in the street, the guy would get canceled immensely, immediately. But she can go on a platform like this where they're not even talking about anything for real because nothing in that conversation benefited me in any stretch of the imagination. But that woman can just go on this platform and say, I'm tired of living in a man's world. A man's world is boring. All you have to bring is money and dick. And you don't believe in honor or street code or any of that sort of stuff. Like,
They're bringing you down. What does that mean? How did society?
She's foreign, so she doesn't understand proper English, but she's just saying things. And I'm like, man, you should really get deeper into the shit you're saying right now, because you talking
like
about,
if I was like,
oh my god.
She saying bullshit. Think vague bullshit is like wild. Like it's back to back to back to back.
Lies at Jeopardy because of fetishes. Like, nigga, say something. Give me more.
no type of code. Your guys are just following whatever it is that gets you the next bitch. And if you're the type of the weakest man I have ever met in my life. And I'm not trying to call men weak out here, but if you're a man,
But you literally just, I hate when people be like, not to offend you, and then go on the whole rant and offended everybody. Bruh, don't do that. I don't mean to offend y'all. You just, bro.
I don't mean to call y'all men weak, but y'all men are weak. Don't say I don't mean to do anything if you're gonna do it after you say that, please. Because it just defeats the purpose. Defeats the purpose.
that follows no man codes and you do not live
Where's
with
the
honor,
man code?
then unfortunately
You mean the human code, the one where you try not to fuck someone over because you're not a dickhead? You talking about that code, or is this a specific code I'm not aware of? Which code is this?
And again, if it mattered that much, why wasn't that some of your top 5?
Exactly. Thank you. If a man having a code of honor or a street code or any type of code in general, wouldn't that be the most important thing you look for in a man? Not how much money he fucking tips?
Sounds like if everybody you're dealing with is moving one way, they're following the man code. This is not the one you're familiar with.
your manhood is stripped away from you. And if you do not realize
How
right
you gonna
now,
tell
you
us
will
what's
realize
stripped
that
from us?
late, very late, when you have probably no family that's looking after you or no kids that you look after for because he was a deadbeat. So just please
What?
know
Bro, I
that.
Did you
just wanna
say I
stay-
wasn't that
For-
bitch?
because he
I
was
don't
a
want to be
deadbeat.
no.
So just please
What?
know
Bro,
that
I just-
kids that you look after for because he was a deadbeat. So just please
A
know.
deadbeat?
Bro, I just want to stay.
But she's just saying
Bro.
shit. She's just saying shit.
Bro, if a man say everything she was saying in
Right.
front of that poster behind her,
Yeah.
Right.
that'd be crazy. Come on,
Yeah,
you're literally just
exactly.
calling Man, what the fuck is going on right now?
Bro, you just saying shit.
Can you imagine a man went over there? He's like, all women have. Imagine me behind that poster right there.
Yeah.
All women have to offer is vagina. Man, they ain't shit, bro. You don't even want to spend time with them nowadays, man. They just fucking lie. They do this, that, the third to try and get your money. And it's like, man, the dishonesty is rampant. They don't even follow women code.
Yeah.
They don't even follow women code. And you know, it's like, it's almost as if like.
They don't value their bodies. They don't just give their punani to every nigga that just strap on around with $1 billion in his wallet.
All women are hoes.
Yeah.
All of them are
Now, let me ask you
hoes.
this question real quick. What are the top 5 things you look for in a woman?
The tight vagina.
Okay.
Is short.
Hey,
pick her up.
hey,
like throw her
hey,
around.
it can't
I
be
need her to
all.
be like look great.
Oh,
Like the tight vagina.
okay.
Short, so I can like pick her up and like throw her around.
Okay.
I need her to be like look great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look great. Like big titties and fat ass. I say those are 2 5. But I'm so confused. Like,
Yeah.
why is it all going the way I want it to?
It's so hypocritical, bro. Bro, at the end of the day, bro, like y'all have to stop complaining about what y'all get when that's when y'all look for, bro. Y'all look for shit
Facts.
people, and y'all get upset when the result is shit people. That's literally your classification of the type of man that you want. And it was crazy what's even crazier, bro, is literally you said tipper and at the end give me money. It's essentially the same thing. You're basically
Just broke it
repeating
up.
yourself. Yeah, you broke it up in 2 different. You
Give
broke it up in
other
2
people
different
money,
things.
give me money.
Yeah, that's really what you said. He needs to be generous and then give me money.
Hey, this is a little bit of a longer video, man. If you enjoyed, drop a like. 8 at the table have some good conversations. This is another video we reacted to with these guys right here on the channel. Man, you took that shit off early.
I can't, bro.
How long have we been doing it? I'll say it.
I don't know. All right, go. Like he said, this is a long video. I apologize. We made this
It
video.
would have been
long.
longer if we added it to.
Yeah, hopefully we edit it down. But yeah, this was a longer video than I intended. But man, it's a crazy fucking video, bro. Jesus, there's just so much said and so much that wasn't even said at all. But anyway, we will see you guys later. If you guys enjoyed the video, let us know in the comments down below what you liked about this video. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Hit the subscribe button to be part of the community. And hit bell notifications so you guys know when we shall post next. And shout out to PlayBack, man. They out here making good content for us to laugh our asses off and have some good
And
conversations.
guys,
about.
remember. Nah, man, I'm just fucking.
Remember, when you look for a woman, make sure she reaches for the bill. That lets you know that she's generous, and that lets you know that she's a giver, and she values your financial stability.
And don't forget, now I'm just fucking talking.
But that's basically my quote for the day. But I'll see y'all later. Peace out.